Hello. I'm studying game development with you guys. This time, let's take a look at object pooling, which is included as an official feature starting in Unity 2021. We talked about object pooling in a previous object pooling video, but I will explain it briefly again. Creating or destroying an object without first using object pooling can cause two problems. The first problem is frame drops due to garbage collection. Creating or destroying objects in programming is classified as a fairly heavy task. Object creation requires initialization, such as allocating new memory and loading resources. And object destruction can cause frame drops due to garbage collection that occurs after destruction. Garbage collection is a feature provided by C# programming that is the basis of Unity scripting. When we declare that we destroy a game object with the destroy function, it doesn't immediately disappear from memory. That game object becomes invisible to the game, but remains in memory until something called the garbage collector collects it and destroys it. So, when you call a function that destroys an object, after a certain cycle has elapsed, the garbage collector searches the memory and collects and destroys the object declared to be destroyed. If there are few objects declared to be destroyed, the collection and destruction time is short, but if a large amount of objects are piled up, it will of course take more time to collect and destroy. There, the computer is not just collecting and organizing these destroyed objects. We are also processing the logic that the game operates, and we are even working on rendering to show the game screen. So, if there are a lot of destroyed objects, the game's frames will drop temporarily to clean up a lot of memory. The second problem is memory fragmentation. A program has a fixed amount of memory from the beginning, but it may be newly allocated depending on the required amount during operation. However, as in this example image, if 64 bytes of A, B, C, and D are allocated and A and C are deallocated, empty space is created as shown in 3. At this time, if you try to create an object of 128 bytes, you have to allocate space after D from lack of space in places A and C. After this allocation, when you try to create another 128-byte object, there is 128 bytes of space in terms of free memory space only. However, the object creation fails because there is no space associated with the size of 128 bytes. In a nutshell, the paradoxical situation arises when memory is left, but memory is scarce. A concept designed to solve these problems is object pooling. The concept of object pooling is simpler than you might think. First, create an object pool to hold objects, and create and store objects to borrow. And if you need this object from outside, it borrows it from the object pool. And when all borrowed objects are used, they are returned to the object pool. However, if you borrow all the objects in the object pool from the outside and you can't borrow more, only then create a new object and take it out. And when the newly created object is also returned after use, it is not destroyed, and the object pool just needs to keep it. This is the concept of object pooling. Before learning how to use Unity object pooling, download the material from the link at the bottom of the video and import it into your project. After importing the package, open the pooling test scene and play it, and you will see a large number of bullet objects being created while clicking. If you look at the shooter class in the role of firing bullets, it is now spawning bullets without using the object pool. Now let's replace this bullet creation and destruction part with the Unity object pool. The Unity engine.pool namespace is required to use the Unity object pool. And to apply the object pool, you need to work in two places, the class of the object to be pooled and the class to manage the pooled object. First, go to the bullet class that will be the subject of pooling. And declare the Unity engine.pool namespace at the top of the class. Declare a managed pool member variable to cache the pool that is managing this bullet object of type iObjectPoolBullet. And create the setManagedPool function and make it save the pool received as a parameter in ManagedPool. Next, write the code to create a destroyBullet function and return a bullet object to the pool when called. And in the shoot function, the part that destroys the bullet after 5 seconds is modified to call the destroyBullet function after 5 seconds. Next, go to the shooter class and declare the Unity engine.pool namespace at the top. And declare a pool variable of type iObjectPoolBullet to manage bullet objects as member variables. Then, create an awake function, create an object pool in the pool member variable, and put it in. There are quite a few things to put in the parameters of the constructor here. First, create the createBullet function, which is a function that will be called when creating a bullet object. Then, create a bullet object with the prefab you have, then inform the created bullet object of the pool to be registered and return it. Then, declare the onGetBullet function to be used when borrowing an object from the pool and onReleaseBullet function to be used when returning the object to the pool, and write the code. Finally, we also write an onDestroyBullet function that will be used to destroy objects in the pool. And put these functions in the constructor parameter of the pool, and also the maximum number of objects that can be created. After writing all the code related to the object pool, go to the update function and instantiate the prefab and modify the code in the part that creates the bullet object to use the object pool. After writing all the code, save and return to the editor. And if you play the game and test it, there is no bullet object at first, but it is created when you fire a bullet. And when the bullet disappears, only the maximum number set in the pool remains deactivated, and the rest are completely destroyed. If you fire the bullets again, you will see that the deactivated bullets are recycled and only the missing bullets are generated. In this video, we learned about Unity Object Pooling, which is officially supported from the 2021 version. This video was produced with the donate and watching of the viewers. It was Vers Game Development YouTube. Thank you.